Um, okay, guys, so welcome back to my monthly review. So I'll be reviewing the second week of my April's performance. Yeah. Again, if you haven't watched my or the first watch, so this is my start for this month. 22% in the last start. That's to Monday. So as you can see the news here on Monday. So there's no news actually, so it's a good trade as long as there's a liquidity um, left on Friday or Thursday. Um, the day that you should avoid here is Wednesday. Probably the New York. You can trade the GBP here, and yeah, I didn't trade Friday because of the holiday. Oh, oh, I said you can trade anytime, but I didn't trade Friday, I think. Yeah. So the holiday doesn't concern me anymore for now. Okay. Anyway, so Monday, okay, so bullish daily close, I said here. So this is the open, so I'm expecting a bullish close here. Then Shifuka is forming here, so we did for M15 JST. So on the M15, no CST, but when you look at the M30, there's already a CSD here. You also have an SMT here. Yeah, here. SMT. Yeah, I can't remember the streets. Yes, I think this is the SMT here, so I think I started it here after this AST here. I said that because of the IFBG, my trade higher here. Okay, so I cut my trade early here because of this IFEG sweep and then equal high. I mean equal low with the dip side. So I think even though this is a SMT, it's a high probability to reach this because of the dip side. I closed the trade here and I think I shifted for longs here. Yeah, so I gonna change the trade. Because this is a say, I think so maybe this is also a C2 against the position. And there's also sweep. So that's why I shifted it. And then I think there's the um good cut and reverse position. This should be taken and shouldn't should not be done. We can make to breakdown. I was lucky here, I think. Maybe. So let's see the second trade what happened. Yeah, so I traded against daily bias here and also the order flow. The H30 here is bullish still. So here I changed my trade and uh, so I reverse the trade here because the overall thing is bullish, the bias and order flow. And then it was good TP hit targeting Asia highs here. Yeah, so that SMT didn't do a thing. Um, so that second trade is, I think, a good trade. I cut the wrong trade immediately and then this reverse my position, which I should have um reversed the position immediately. I mean, I should have waited for the reversal instead of just shorting after that 4 hour setup, despite of the daily bias being bullish. So here on Tuesday, due to our trade, so I stopped trading here immediately. So this, huh? Oh no, so this is the third trade. So bullish close tick sign. Okay, so we have an inside candle here for EU and the XY. So we should not trade here because it's not it's the coupled markets. Coupled market on the daily. So here each one I was watching, let's see. I was watching the high, so I was thinking to short it. So as you can see, I was reluctant to short here because of the figures in here and the figures in here. Um, I was reluctant because of the figures in nearby, and I was about to play a raise of Monday high here, but upon going to LTF, I couldn't find any entry. Then I noticed that he was trading inside the FPG. Also, the one who had a strong loss exited bias instead because it all makes sense to long using close. Okay. So I was about to short here, but then I noticed this weak lows and then weak highs. So I said this might not be a good trade if I shorted here, given that the XY the G is bullish. So this is a low probability for EU and the XY, which we should not trade even the GU still because of the decoupled markets. I think I saw that we have a strong low here. So switch my bias to long. And this was the case when I saw it here. So C2 into an FVG key level. Yeah, I think after the C2, I switch to 30 minutes and long look for C3 OB here. Here. Now that we have a C3 CA, oh, this makes it more high probability because of the SMT here on the lower side. So if we break here, then target 2R. So we hit 2R and that's a target for the XI and E as well. Probably a good trade. Couple of daily clear GU inside the. So it's still a good trade, I would say. So third trade is okay. So I think we're up like 3 point something R now. 3 point 30 3.67 something. Okay, so Wednesday. So here Yeah, I could do that actually. Okay. Thank you for noticing that. So anyway, so for daily, bearish close for you, but inside FVG. GU is also a bullish close, which could indicate they are likely bullish. But the XY is also at the FVG here. So overall, if you can think of a thesis here to bullish major still, but this is the decoupled market, so should have avoided here trading. Also that day too, even though we have a clear um the thing here is that everything is clear here though. Like it take everything except for this decoupled market on daily. So it might outweigh the risk and the benefit, I would say. The consequence is so um aligned that yeah. So here we are bullish still, right? And also I should have not traded here. So if you're trading inside the key level, you need to wait for a trade against it, like H1 order flow, H1 FEG or SV probably to get out of the key level. So so here H1 and H4 confirm that we are bullish for majors. Why? So this is H1 bullish, bullish, bullish order flow, bearish order flow. We have a C2 here. Currently trading inside the H4 range, waiting for a break. Inside the inside range. G is not on the inside range though. But we are bullish here, right? Not sure why I didn't baseline 30 here. I said for EU, we are for you already had made CST. So I think I just shifted my back to bearishness here. And then on the M5 here, I saw this hammer candle. I think we should go lower since we have already manipulated to the upside. But I didn't notice that we had SMT below and also above below SMT below here. And I didn't wait for the NVCIST here. I had I waited, I would have completely avoided this loss. See, then Yeah. So had I waited the M3 CISD, I would have not charted this one. Yeah, so I was about to revenge trade here because after entry I was taking out like four candles immediately, so that's like sticking out after 12 minutes. So these are the lessons here. Okay, so we're done with Wednesday. I'll just review it the lessons later. And then Thursday, so we have G trades here. And it seems like I don't want okay, anyway. So EU and XY is bullish here. But you didn't do a bullish close. What? Not sure what I'm talking about here. So I said here H4 is bullish for EU and bearish for the XY. Um, but there is an S&P in between here. EU didn't take the Monday high. The XY did. So possible reversal could happen, like I said. Then, so on the daily, I think we are still bullish here supposedly, right? But this is not a good idea. This is not a good sign. Here on the H1, we have a bearish CISD, bearish CISD. Yeah, here. Um, which aligns to the DXY. I said in here, but the Geo here is also making a bullish CISD. We can take note that not that since our advice, we cannot we cannot take that since our all bias is bullish, like I said. Yes, I said EU is possibly lagging here. Sure, I'm talking about here. Possibly, so I think I was about to short this one. Yeah, no, I was about to long this one. Yeah, I think I was about to long this one. Um, I was about to long this one, but there's a Monday here, Monday low, that I was taken out, so I was about to short this, and then I saw this that G already had a CSD, so I thought that the EU might be just lagging to target these highs. But as you can see, the daily is not really that clear. So I played a C4 entry here. I think this C2, C3, C4 entry here. And then here. Okay, so instead of being a C4, it became a C2 against the position. Also, price traded away from that FVG, which high promising pattern to be trading against us. So, waiting for confirmation. After that M5 close below that IFVG, I closed the trade with negative 0.5 hour. Was uncomfortable but feeling happy. So yeah, it was a good close. Yeah, pressure against me. Also, the coupled market. I could still say this is a good long, but we're just in a decoupled market. Minus 0.5 hour. And then here second trade. Here I said cutting the trade again, but in this time it went to my direction, but I still follow the rules. So yeah, I don't care if it's yeah. So despite here, I would still be bullish here, right? The same thing. So I said overall bullish still, right? And then yeah. So I think since this is a high probability passing trade, so this is my kind of favorite pattern. This is a very good pattern. I will take this any day, despite the daily bias. So I risk point 0.5 here since this is a counter trend trade. I entered the C3OB here. Oh, yeah, so I said this is high probability patterns. I closed the trade here early due to the M5 CISD, which is I think this one. Not sure how did I lost on this one. Let me see. So this was on Thursday. Okay, so this is a point 25 RR trade. And then like I said, uh, this is the most painful because it just took me out and just went all the way down. So yeah, you cannot trade away to be bearish here, right? But like I said, we have taken the Monday low, so there's a high probability that we are going higher here. So it's kinda not clear. Okay, so after that trade, I traded again for the third time. Okay, this is the one. This one. Yeah, okay, so this is an 830 setup. Anyway, so I was still bullish here, right? Um, SMT C1? What C1? Okay, so I think this is C1. SMT of C1 here with the XY inside the H4 FVG, inside the FVG, which makes this a high prob for reversal. I didn't wait for C2 candle close because of SMT at a key level. I waited for LTF confirmation instead after the 8:30 high impact news. So there's a high impact news during that time, the unemployment claims. So I waited for that. So M3 I entered here on the low because I was trying to align the RR and I was waiting for the intermediate term low to be created. So I didn't want to enter on that first CISD. Not sure if that's clear, but like I said, I didn't want to enter here on the first ASD. This is the first ASD. I wanted the LT to be created. So by matching the RR, I waited to I entered here after this first ASD. So after that, I said enter T very chaotic PA. Just went up, down, up, down. Um, I think I slept after this trade after entering. So this is a two trades, I think. And then yeah, so this is the trade. And then so the other one was TP on the high, which was a lucky trade. I think the other TP is here, and I wasn't able to beat that. So that's why this is only a 1 hour trade. So entry took profit on the rejection block. Although London for better target was able to pull this off luckily, but I risked 0.5 here. So this is Okay. So both of them are point 0.5 R. I mean point 0.5 risk, but almost 4 R. It, the other one was BE. So I converted that to the 1 R, if you know what I mean. So that's why I only won here 1 R for the last trade. So it's only plus 1 R because my minimum risk is 100. I would say this is a good trade. Okay, so it's time to round up our lessons. So let's see how much we accumulated this week. So I think I totaled this week already. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, 3 wins. Oh, 1 or top 3 wins equals 2.92 R. So I would say overall I did this week. Okay, sorry for that. Anyway, no. Okay, so had I followed everything from week one to week two, I would be up 6 hour, 6 point, almost 7 hours actually. Yeah. So after I finish this lessons, I would hear and then question the recurring problems and summary here. So I would stop the stream here. Yeah, 1 hour per week is the average.